Welcome back again, folks. Hey, I wasn't planning on making any videos until after this weekend, just because there's a lot to watch for on our calendars here between the 18th and the 20th. Um, but I saw a post by a friend of mine. She goes by the name of Holly Two Moons, and just like myself, she's had many dreams about end times, even a two moon rapture dream. But I wanted to bring this one to your attention. She says today she had a dream on 416. She saw her old World War II teacher from high school. Anyway, they were watching a political show about Trump on TV. And then he brought up um, the 7-Eleven thing that he said in 2016. So if you want, you can read through this right here. But immediately I saw connections to this coming weekend and his 7-Eleven comment that he did on purpose, when he was talking about 9/11. So you guys can pause the video if you want to read more about this dream. I'm going to get it out of the way so I can get started here. Um, and then we'll come back to this picture a little bit later. Let's see. Let me just make this smaller really fast. Okay, let's get it out of here. Okay, so here we go. Donald Trump on Monday, April 18th, because I did look it up, was speaking at one of his rallies and he was talking about 911 and accidentally he said 711. So I want to show you something about that. When we put in the dates, April 18th, 2016, going to April 20th, 2025, we get 3,290 days, or 923. So I wanted to show you that right away. So we're going to get rid of this, and we're going to get rid of this. Also in 2018, I remember when this happened, and Trump was talking at his Christmas tree lighting, and there were red lasers intermittently on his jacket from somewhere in the crowd. And I know this was, on purpose, but this was November 28th. This article came out the following day, but November 28th, 2018. So when I put that into the date calculator, we get 223 days, or 322. Interesting, huh? But it gets even better. So I'm going to get rid of this, and we'll keep that 322 in mind. And we're going to go to here. So let me pull this up for you really quick. So everyone knows this scene here where I have already showed that in the chalkboard here, there's an assassin and the weapon is behind the shark. And then we see him lunge forward like that. So I want to show you what happens immediately after he lunges forward. Stop. You can see a 3, a 2, and a 2 in the teacher's hair. And here's your 322 right here. I'm going to get rid of this also. Let's get rid of that. And then I'm going to show you something else. So this I figured out is definitely DJT. The D, the J, the T is his body, X, X, V. Now, X's are 1s or 10s, so you just keep the 1s. And this can be a 5 or a 22. So if this is 22, you get 1, 2, 4. So you got 4, 20. 4, 20 is Easter Sunday. So that could be what they're showing us right here. Also, let's see, is this it? Okay, I want to show you something else. We're going to look at this. And we're going to look at this. So I believe that's what we're looking at here. These old pictures. Sunday, I know there's an Easter egg roll on the White House lawn. I don't know much about it, but I just know that it's happening. But I wanted to show you here in iPet Goat that this rabbit on the wall has a bullet hole in the ear. So while we're looking at that, we can just know that Donnie Darko and Donald Trump are related. Donald Trump is 88, and when you add up the 28 days and all those other numbers and Donnie Darko, you get 88. So, April 20th, Easter Sunday on the Julian calendar is 4/7. Donald Trump is the 47th president. It'll be on the Julian 97th day of the year, which is right here. 9 plus 7 is 16, and reduced is a 7, and on the Gregorian calendar, it's the 110th day of the year right here, and that reduces to 11, your 7-11 right here. So I'm not sure. I'm just speculating, but I'm just throwing this out there that maybe the 7-11 that he was cryptically talking about is this Easter Sunday. Thanks, guys, for listening. I'm sorry if it was all over the place. I've said many times that this is just not my forte. But I think this is important and the information needs to be shared. Okay? God bless, guys. Thank you.